Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and welcome back to episode 13 of the Make It Rain podcast. We got a good one in store for you guys today, alongside the hockey news very own Anthony Collazo. I'm Joe O'Regan. Let's go! That would have looked real nice had you done that. Anthony, how are we?
Joe, everybody watching the pod, I'm good, man. The Rain, perfect 3-0, 4-0 if you count last Sunday against the Barracuda.
We're not going to.
All top three teams in the Pacific Division, and they go perfect 4-0. We would have loved to ask Marco Sturm about it after Game 3 versus Coachella Valley Saturday night, but we weren't able to. Apparently, he's catching a flight with Chris Hyatt back home to enjoy his holidays, or not holidays, Christmas with his family, because you got to be back before New Year's Eve and play a few games.
You got to be back on Christmas night. The Rain play on the 27th.
27th, yeah.
So, with that being said, let's get into the Los Angeles Kings. There's nothing Los Angeles Kings related in here, but we're going to get into the LA Kings system related stuff. Atu Yamson, unfortunately, has gone down with an injury. Do we know if it was related to the fight last week?
We do know if it's related to the fight. It is not. Shafran told Kyle that it's not related to the fight, which is kind of shocking. But in the conductor hat thing they do after the games, he looked fine at post-game. And then next thing we know, he's hurt. I'm not sure what happened, but he should be back by next game versus San Diego. Goals suck.
Really bad. John Parker Jones is back up to the Ontario Reign. Caleb Lawrence in correspondence has been sent down to the Greenville Swamp Rabbits, which I think is kind of surprising because Caleb Lawrence has had himself a pretty good year.
Oh, I think it's dumb. I think Lawrence is a good offensive-minded fourth liner. I think in the future he's going to be a really good bottom six NHLer. And his only knock is like, oh, he doesn't skate that well. But it's like, for his 6'7" frame, I don't think he skates that bad.
No,
like I really don't. Like
he skates faster than Jacob Doty.
That's what I'm saying.
Not.
Like I don't think he skates that bad. So this whole thing where it's like, oh, like he doesn't skate well, but he is really good when he's offensive minded. It's like, well, it can't be both. Like he's either a good offensive minded player and skates decently well, or he doesn't. It can't be both and.
Yeah, that's true.
He doesn't skate that bad for his frame. I really don't think so. I think
he skates great for his frame because you can look at other Reign players from the past couple of years. Like I'm gonna go back to a pre-COVID era, like Justin Auger and Vincent Laverde was decently big. They skated completely fine, and they had full time with the Ontario Reign. Caleb Lawrence, I think more so it's an age/development issue.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know, because Atu Yamson is, I think, older than him, but he played professionally in Sweden. So it's one. And another thing, Atu Yamson isn't a center; he's a winger, and Lawrence is a center. And so I don't know why it doesn't make sense, because Lawrence and Yamson are inseparable in that locker room. They're with each other all the time. When I went to San Diego after the game, they both went to the vending machine and got Cokes. And whenever I do post-game interviews in Ontario, they always go to the gym together and so forth. I think they would play perfectly together if you put Lawrence at center and Yamson on the wing and Element on the other wing. So Element, Lawrence, Yamson. I think if the playoffs were to start today, I think that's your best fourth line.
I mean, judging by how Jacob Doty played this way, I'm going to disagree with you.
Doty played good.
Doty had a great
played
week.
Good this week, but that's not Jacob Doty. Like, it's just not.
Yeah, we're just trashing on the longest tenured Ontario Reign player.
I like Doty, but that's just not. Yeah. That's not his game.
Yeah, Jacob Doty, I think, is going to slide into the 13th forward role. Like when we were talking about earlier, the reason why he wasn't an alternate captain is probably because he wouldn't see the lineup as much.
Yeah.
Jacob Doty, fresh off of his injury, had himself a pretty good week. Before we get into that and the 3 games this week, this episode is brought to you in a Christmassy spirit by Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money and time to probate when you pass. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Don't. Just don't. Visit GaudyLaw.com today to start playing for the future. Get estate playing in a free consultation right on their website. It is literally that simple. The price is on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. The link is in the description. I just did that looking at my computer one time. That's what happens when you do this for 13 straight episodes.
Good job, Joe. Proud of you. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Got it. Thank you.
We're going to the Rain Rapid recap right now.
Yep.
Game 1. The hottest team in the Pacific Division, Ontario Reign, squared off against the first place Calgary Wranglers, and it was a goalie duel. Devin Cooley versus Eric Portillo, the top 2 goaltenders in the division, because Askarov is with the San Jose Sharks now. The first period went exactly how you would imagine, scoreless. There was a few good chances before the Reign, 3 breakaway tries, but Cooley was on his A game, of course. At the beginning of the second period, Sam Morton sends Mortem to Portillo. That goal is going to be one that Portillo wants back. 1-0 Wranglers. Late in the second, though, there is no hotter element right now than Sean. Sean Element ties the game with a beautiful top shelf shot that sent Cooley tumbling on the ice. I don't know what he was doing. It is 1-1 tie. It was a tight third period, but midway through, Prince Charles Houdon off a spectacular pass by Jeff Malott. 2-1 Reign, and it would stay that way all the way until the final buzzer. 2-1. Your Reign win.
Sean Element is hotter than tungsten. That's the hottest element
on the PR table?
Yes. He is hotter than tungsten. And the Ontario Reign, in my opinion, are hotter than the Sun right now. They have won 4 straight games. They have, at this pace, won 11 of their last 13. I had to calculate myself some numbers there.
Was it 10 out of 12? I think it was 10 out of 12 at this point.
It might have been. I'm almost sure it was 11 out of 13, but hey. Regardless, the Ontario Reign are screeching hot. Like, don't touch it or you're going to get burned, all right?
Screeching hot.
Yes, even though this game's played on some cold ice. Let's get into the game. Devin Cooley this year has had himself a year.
Oh,
Holy heck. As of right now, Devin Cooley has a 188 goals against, a 940 save percentage, 15-4, and he's allowed 36 goals on 564 shots.
Yeah, with that sample size, he definitely is the best goalie in the AHL.
Yeah.
Brandon Halverson, I believe his name is.
Of the Syracuse Crunch, has a better goals against. He has also played 5 less games than Devin Cooley.
Yes, exactly. 5 less games, same amount of shutouts, though.
Okay, hold on a second. We're looking at these stats up here right now. Yeah. Brandon Halverson is 8-4-4. What is going on, Lightning? Steven Santini, what's going on here?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That is
8-4-4 with a 179 goals against average. Yeah. So with the sample size Cooley has, I believe, yes, that is 100% true. He is the best goalie in the AHL. We knew coming into this game that it was going to be a really good goalie duel.
Absolutely.
And we got that first period. The Reign had 3 breakaway tries, really good chances. I believe Madden had 2 tries. I think he had like a rebound off his breakaway. Couldn't put it home.
5-hole save, left pad save, and a left blocker save. So
yeah, Devin Cooley was on his A game.
Absolutely. Eric Portillo matched that. However, the Calgary Wranglers didn't put up that many shots this game. I think they only had 14 shots.
In the entire game, yes. First period, I think they only had like...
The Reign outshot the Calgary Wranglers to bloody hell. 12-4 in the first, 14-4 in the second, and 12-6 in the third for a total of 38-14.
So after the first period, the Wranglers had 4 shots on goal. They had a couple good chances.
Yeah.
Jalen Hunt hit the post in this first period. And then the second period comes around, and
Sam Morton, first goal of the game, works it down low, a little bit underneath the faceoff dot, and he beats Eric Portillo under the blocker. Definitely a goal that Eric Portillo is going to want to have back. That should be stopped 99 times out of 100. That's just an unfortunate thing for him. I mean, he controls his own body. He knows what he's doing, but...
Yeah, it was a super weird angle shot.
Yes.
You know, it's definitely... Usually, Portillo is saving that puck. It's definitely one that he's going to want back, of course. And that was the only goal he had out of all games. So I guess you can give him a little bit of a break because he played well the entire rest of the game.
Yeah. So getting into the Ontario Reign's first goal, Sean is in his element. He pots his 6th goal of the season. Jacob Doty and Tyler Madden on the assists. This puck is worked down low. They get a shot from real close range on net. Doty gets it back, feeds Element. Element goes top shelf on Devin Cooley. Cooley tries to stop this. However, Cooley's pinned up against the right post. So this is nearly an impossible shot to stop, especially when he's in the butterfly like this.
Yeah, 100%. And we can't look past, this was a great play from the Reign, and they would have a couple more of these type of plays later on in the week. Tyler Madden gets it to Doty. Doty tic-tac-toes it to Element. He just he sees Element in the perfect spot from his backhand, just gives it right to him, and Element just a perfect shot.
Yep.
Top left corner, top shelf, and Cooley goes tumbling. And
it looks kind of funny at first,
and
too.
I don't think Doty knew it was in because I think he tried to play it after it goes in net. And then when they're celebrating, you can see Doty kind of like put his arms up like, I didn't even know it was in.
Which is very true. How that matter?
So, yeah, Doty tried to play it again. He might have shot it back into the net afterwards, which is kind of insult to injury to the Wranglers. But great goal, 1-1 game, needed it badly, and this would set up the third period.
Yes, and in the third period, you said Prince Charles. I'm going to just say King Charles Houdon.
King Charles? Sir Charles?
King Charles. Sir Charles. Well, I don't give a rat's.
This was I can't believe more people haven't been talking about this pass from Malott.
Great entry.
Beautiful.
Jeff Malott stretching the ice this way, not up and down. Feeds Houdon in a 2-on-1. As with Element's goal, Chuck goes top shelf over Devin Cooley's glove. The Reign take a 2-1 lead, and they didn't need any more than that. The Reign win a defensive showdown against the Calgary Wranglers, who were first place and are still in first place in the American Hockey League. So,
yeah,
great. That was a great night for me because the Ducks also took down the Winnipeg Jets by the final of 3-2. Shout out Troy Terry with the I want to say Miracle on Catella rerun.
Yeah.
Corey Perry's double overtime winner. It was nearly carbon copy. Wins it with 24 seconds left in the third period. This is not a Ducks podcast, by the way. So the Reign put together a great effort. Eric Portillo stops 13 of 14 shots. However, there were a lot of high-look chances for the Calgary Wranglers, and Eric Portillo was in front of every puck. It literally except the one off the left circle.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of shots this game for the Wranglers, but the shots that they did get off were grade A chances. The Reign had, I think, in my opinion, too many defensive zone breakdowns, I believe, in the second period in this game. And that would come to show again in the home game, the Teddy Bear Toss game against the Firebirds, where they were just breaking down on defense. And it's like, yo, like if you didn't have Portillo in net,
this isn't the Reign we've seen.
Yeah. And that was in the first period of that game. So that is an issue you got to clean up a little bit, but it is hockey. It's going to happen.
Yep.
Stern was really happy with this game. He mentioned how, since he has been here, he hasn't had a team that can put up this type of offensive output.
And I 100% agree.
On Sunday against the Barracuda, we covered that last week. I think they outshot the Barracuda like 47 to 30. Yeah, 47 to 30. And then in this game, I think they outshot them 36 to 14.
38-14. Close enough.
14.
Still, the point being is the Ontario Reign are putting up a lot of shots, a lot of good shots at a very high clip day in and day out. However, the one thing with the Coachella Valley Firebirds, we're going to get to this in game 2, the Firebirds always find a way to outshoot the Reign, at least for the first 2 periods.
Well, the Firebirds do have this philosophy of, get the puck to the net. And they do that a lot. They look for rebounds, especially off of Portillo, which is a big thing in Portillo's game where you need to get the rebound. And if you do that, you're going to score goals on him just because he isn't the best when it comes to his rebounding.
He's the James Reimer of the AHL.
Yeah.
Maple Leaf fans would get that.
But everybody on the team, and this is going to be a theme this week, everybody is contributing from line 1 to line 4. Everybody is contributing. Even Tyler Madden, someone who's been cold this year, I think it was 3 assists this week. Yeah, man, it's really good to see Element scores a goal this game. And everybody from top to bottom is contributing, and it's really good to see from the Reign.
Absolutely. With that being said, let's hop into game 2 as the Ontario Reign would head east to take on the Coachella Valley Firebirds for the 4th time this year. In the opening frame, Hani Newman cleans up the garbage up front to make it 1-0 Firebirds. But thanks to the gritty and energized 4th line, winning a puck battle on the wall, Francesco Pinelli pots his 4th goal of the season to even it up. In the second period, a whole lot of nothing happened, except Joe Hicketts draws a tripping penalty with about 2 seconds left in the period. So the Reign go on the power play to open up the 3rd period. In the 3rd, on that power play, tic-tac-toe, Walsh hoot on Fagimo, fee fi Fagimo for his 13th goal of the season. An absolute beauty. Play of the week for the Reign. It's 2-1. That's all the Reign basically needed. The Firebirds pull their net, open the net up with about 5 minutes left for some reason. Charles Houdon pots one from the red line. Samuel Fagimo goes bar down from the red line. And for the first time since February 23rd of this year, the Ontario Reign take down the Birds by the final of 4-1. Hallelujah. We beat the Firebirds.
After a 4-game win streak, and then you see the Firebirds for 2 right after, you kind of get a little bit there's a turn in your stomach because they haven't beat them in 5 games going back to the sweep in the playoffs, maybe even 6 games.
Yeah,
sweep in the playoffs, and then they were 0-3. Yeah, so they were 0-6 in the past 6.
Actually, correction. It's 7 games actually.
Because did they lose the last? I can't see the past results because for some reason the Reign website took them all down. Which, if you're watching this, please fix that. Like we want to see results from past years.
Yeah,
we don't want it to be anyway. It's kind of dumb how they do that.
It's pointless. Yeah, they lost to the Firebirds the day the Firebirds clinched the Pacific Division.
Gotcha. With
Alice Steska in net. In this game, Nike Coco was in net. Hani Newman gets his first goal, shot from the point by Nicholas Brouillard. I want to say this hit off of Ben Myers.
I think it went off of Millar, perhaps.
Let's watch this again. So this gets tipped in front. Yeah, Jack Millar and Joe Hicketts are both in the slot looking to block this shot. The Ontario Reign, deft, taxes, and blocking shots. So, unfortunately, neither of them end up with it, unfortunately. And Hani Newman's there with a wide open net. Copley nearly got to this puck, though, to stop it, though, I will say. Reign goal, Frankie Pinelli. Great feed. Working the wall, Sean Element wins a puck battle. I was about to say no-look pass, but he definitely saw him. Throws it up front. Pinelli, wrister over the blocker of Nike Coco, and we're tied at 1. The Reign, that was their 8th shot of the game. So the Reign got outshot by Coachella Valley 14-8 in the first, 9-9 in the second. Then the Reign 13-10 in the third. Coachella Valley outshooting them 33-30. So, but I'm going to look at the shot totals with this. Let me specify it. Yeah, okay. So, wow. The Reign had 2 shots behind the red line. Those were the goals. The Ontario Reign had a lot of shots in close. Like, there's a whole pileup of like 5 or 6 shots in the low slot. The Firebirds were a lot more spaced out. They had a few shots from the right circle. They also had a bunch of shots crowd towards the net, but they had a lot of shots from the point as well. Definitely more than the Reign did.
And then third goal, tic-tac-toe, like you said in the Reign Rapid recap. I believe it was
Fagimo feeds it back. Houdon across.
Walsh, Fagimo.
Like
great passing play. And Fagimo is someone where they're always looking for him on a power play, which is probably why it's not successful this year, is because everybody's shifting over to Fagimo's side because they know that his one-timer is dangerous. And this was a play that the Firebirds really couldn't do anything about. They left the middle wide open. Udon feeds Fagimo.
Yep.
Just tic-tac-toe, Fagimo wide open. Nothing Coco can do. The Firebirds got to do a better job at just surrounding Fagimo and keeping the middle, the high slot basically covered. Because then that's what happens.
Yes. Absolutely. Samuel Fagemo, his 13th goal of the season from Hudon and Walsh at 48 seconds in that third period. They looked really good in that power play as well.
Yeah.
And another thing that we're not going to pass up on the penalty kill. The Reign, 4 for 4 for the penalty kill. 5 for 5 Saturday night on the penalty kill. They look great in that sort of a way. Going to continue on with the goals here. Charles Hudon, empty netter. You and I were both watching this, and we see Hudon turn around and try to throw this in and throw this down, and we're thinking, like, why, dude? Why? And then we look and realize the net's empty, and we're like, oh, that's why.
Yeah, because Schaffer never clarified that the net was empty, so it looks like he was just clearing it from the red line, and it's like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, the puck's in the net, and it's like,
oh, okay, that's why.
empty netter, there you go.
Yes.
And then Fagemo, 2 minutes later, bar down from the red line, kind of a crazy empty netter.
There you go. 1901 from Jack Studnicka.
Yeah, that's what Fagemo does.
Absolutely.
Anything else to talk about this game?
Phoenix Copley looked really good. Stopped all the initial shots that were going at him. Like,
Yep.
I want to say except for Hani Newman, but that shot never even got to Copley in the first place. I think it hit Ben Myers or Jack Millar.
Yeah, you cannot forget about Phoenix Copley. How can I forget? Really good game, and I'm really happy for him. You know, I think he's going to be with the Reign for sure. I don't think there's a world where he's up with the Kings this year again, unless someone gets hurt. But I think even if that happens, I think Portillo goes up at this point in time. And he's playing really well, and I really do hope that he gets a chance with another team at some point in his career, because I do think he's an NHL goalie, and him being a backup for Portillo, it's kind of unfortunate. But for the Reign's sake, you'll take it. So.
Absolutely. I mean, like we say, this is a little bit of BS. The Firebirds last year nearly won the Calder Cup and had formidable NHL backup Chris Drieger in the net for the whole year.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, what goes around comes around. I want to go back to that Fagemo goal. One of my travel ball teammates texted me after this because he was at this game. He says the most beautiful goal I ever seen, and I could not agree more.
Yeah.
Besides the point, name a really flashy but really trash baseball player.
A really flashy, but really, if you asked me that 6 months ago, I would say Jazz Chisholm, but now he's on the Yankees.
Okay.
I would go maybe like Tim Anderson.
Okay. Yeah. The Firebirds are Tim Anderson on the power play. They try to make it look real good. Just one touch passes all across the ice. The Firebirds, I think, have a 13% conversion rate on the power play. That is worse than the Ontario Reign, and we bashed the Ontario Reign for their power play.
That's pretty bad.
That is third worst in the AHL behind the Utica Comets.
Condors, maybe?
Who suck. And the Bakersfield Condors.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
The Condors have the worst power play I've ever seen.
Yeah, we're just thrashing
so
it. Yeah, fourth line making it happen. Element, Doty, and then they were back and forth between Madden and Pinelli on that fourth line. That first goal, Pinelli didn't want to go off for a change. Don't blame him, honestly. And he got himself a goal out of it. So regardless, Reign, take it out how you want it. That's 5 straight for the Reign, and they win the week with that game as well. They're rolling right now.
Rolling at this point.
They are rolling.
5 straight, and part of me in the back of my head was like, man, should have lost this game so that maybe they can win tomorrow again on Teddy Bear Toss night. I thought the odds of them winning both was so low, and after the first period Saturday, you can see what I mean. Where I'm like, man, you should have just kind of punted it. Yesterday's game come out, but we'll get into game 3 right now.
Yes, here we go. Teddy Bear Toss night.
It is a day we've all been waiting for. The Teddy Bear Toss versus the Coachella Valley Firebirds, December 21st, Saturday night, the Saturday before Christmas. Sold out crowd, buzz, anticipation, everything you would hope for in a big game like this. Oh no. God. Layton Road gets the Firebirds on the board first. Oh no. Brandon Byro adds to the lead. It is 2-0 going into the second period. But unfortunately for Coachella Valley, they cannot set fire to the Reign. As in the second, Fi Fagemo sends the Teddy Bears flying onto the ice. It is now 2-1. Later in the period, Jeff scores a lot of goals. He ties the game up at 2. After that, Jacob gets the Call of Duty to score the third unanswered goal of the period. 3-2 Ontario Reign heading into the final period of play, where Sean continues to be the hottest element of the periodic table. 4-2 Reign. That would be the final score, and they sweep the week against the top 3 division teams in the Pacific Division. If you go back to last Saturday, 4-0. Barracuda, Wranglers, Firebirds, just impressive. When that final buzzer went off, I had chills.
Everyone in the crowd was like a New Year's countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Bah!
It is one of the more impressive showings of a team I think I've ever seen.
Great resilience out of the Ontario Reign, and in the words of Kanye West, what would happen if the Ontario Reign lost another 2 games to the Coachella Valley Firebirds? I guess we'll never know. Okay, besides the point, let's get into the goals. Leighton Road gets the first one for Coachella Valley.
Leighton Road. Oh, I forgot to pull up the freaking highlights for this game.
You're good.
I forgot what that first goal looked like. Do you remember?
I don't. I do remember the Brandon Byro goal, the second goal. We'll come back to the Leighton Road goal. Brandon Byro from Jagger Furcus and Ryan Jones at 16:59. One-timer from the right circle goes 5-hole.
I do remember that.
On Eric Portillo, and they take the lead. Okay, here's the Leighton Road goal.
Oh, this was a stupid one.
It was unfortunate, too. Back this up a little bit. Yeah. So this puck is behind the net, like blocked by Millar, Madden. Jagger Furcus pops this puck up in front, and Leighton Road goes swinging at it because Eric Portillo's lying down on the ice, trying to cover it.
Did he even hit it? I think
he might have just touched it. Seriously.
They should have, honestly, like I thought at first glance that he kicked it in.
No.
When I saw
that popped up.
When I saw the Jumbotron, it looked like he kicked it and he got lucky with like the top of his skate.
Yeah.
Which is why he didn't celebrate it. I don't know, dude. I still think I think if they reviewed it, I think it has a chance.
However, later on in this game, no goal was called for goaltender interference in the third period. Clear and obvious goaltender interference for the record.
Yeah.
Like, I forget who it was. It might have been Ryan Winterton or Ben Myers. I'm pretty sure it was the third line. Plowed over Eric Portillo, by the way. Plowed over him.
Yeah, Brandon Byro's second goal. One-timer, right circle. Just beautiful. Can't draw it up any better than that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In the second period, great feed by Kid Hud 10. Charles Houdon splits the defense on the pass. So Fagimo gets it out of the zone. Houdon feeds Fagimo in alone. Backhand. Stezga misses his poke. He scores. And then Samuel Fagimo gets himself on BR open ice because he just decides mid-celly to catch a teddy bear. It wasn't a teddy bear. It was some sort of stuffed animal, though.
And you want to know something, too?
It was a delayed penalty. It was going to be a penalty shot, too.
Well, not only that, Fagimo definitely planned that out. He definitely planned. Like, first of all, when you ask, like, you know, I think the Reign did this with the players before the game. They said, who's going to score the goal? Who's going to score the goal? And everyone has, like, you know, oh, it's going to be Doty or whatever, right? It's just like the non-obvious answers.
Yes.
The obvious answer is Fagimo, right?
Yes.
That's the most
Him or
obvious.
Houdon.
It's almost like who's going to hit the first home run? Oh, it's going to be Ohtani. It's going to be Judge. Like, right? That's your obvious answer.
No.
You're not gonna say who's going to hit the first home run and you're like Miguel Rojas.
Ian
right?
Happ.
Yeah, like it's just not going to happen, right? Fagimo, obvious answer. And you can tell that after he scores the goal, he celebrates and immediately looks up for a teddy bear. He definitely planned that out. That wasn't something that he thought of in the moment. He was definitely like, if I score this goal, I'm going to look up and try to catch a plush.
Yeah.
And he did it. It was it was cool.
Samuel
It was cold.
Fagimo is the king of celebrations. Kid you not. Like when he scored his 40th goal last year,
he's
takes the glove off and
yeah, he's a showman. He definitely plans out his celebration, and you can see he looks immediately. He scores the goal. He fake pumps and looks up like immediately. He definitely planned that out.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, hey, are you not entertained?
It was cold, bro. It was electric.
Absolutely. Jeff Malott gets the second goal for the Reign, cleans up traffic in front. Who is that? Is that Ben Myers? Maybe.
I'm not sure who got mad first.
Trying to look here. We'll never know. Gets pushed into Stezka. He falls right on top of him, and then a scrum ensues. Rain score, Firebirds, big mads, and his fourth goal of the year from Hudon and Godin at 12:26. The Rain tie things up, and it only took him 12 minutes to do it in that second period.
Yeah, and going back to that scrum, Malott is the nicest guy in the world. He's not, I think, from seeing, first of all, from interviewing him, and from what he says to us before the interviews, after the interviews, super nice guy, right? Yeah. And on the ice, too, there was a point in this game where there was an icing call when Malott definitely beat.
Yes.
Right? And he turns around and kind of like grins, and it's just like, no. And then like looks at the referee and goes, no. Like, that's just not, right? He doesn't argue. He doesn't get heated. Just very cool, calm, and collected. Nah. He gets into the scrum after the goal, and you can tell he's just like not fazed by it. He's just like, all right, bro, like,
sure,
like really, sure. Super nice guy, super chill guy. Last guy you want to mess with because
what mentality?
You look stupid. It's just like, screw you, bro, and he's just like,
okay,
sorry, man, like, my bad, I guess, my bad, and it makes you look dumb.
It's like someone flipping you off on the freeway, and then you just look and smile at him the whole time.
Yeah, exactly.
While he's over here fuming out of his rear, he just wants to like scream some naughty stuff at you.
It's like you kill him with kindness.
Kill him with kindness, folks. Jacob Doty, Call of Doty, getting his third goal of the season. He has 8 points so far this year. His career high is 10 for the record. Yeah, I think he's on pace to break that by a decent margin. And
he's not even playing every game. So he has been impressive. Doty shoots one off the skate of number 50. I don't know who that, right?
Right, yeah.
That's not Shane Wright.
No, it is not. I want to say it's Richard Wright. Oh, no, wait. Richard Wright is a band member. Pink Floyd, by the way.
Shoots it off his skate. I don't want to say it's a lucky goal because it's hockey and stuff like that happens, but that definitely was not going in until it hit the skate and then it did go in.
The definition of getting the bounces, we definitely got the bounce on that one.
Yeah, for sure.
And you take it how you want it. It's a Rain goal regardless. Third period. Frankie Pinelli wanted to throw down with someone, get out a roughing call out of it, and Sean in his flipping element. Madden misses the initial.
I didn't see that at first.
Hold on, back that up a little bit more. More. Yeah, there you go. So, entering the zone, it's Sean Element, left side. Initial shot, sharp angle shot, thrown in front by Jack Millar. Tyler Madden, swing and a miss at this puck, and a wide open net, by the way. Alex Stezka is on the ground. A Firebird might be on top of him. Yeah, it was. Yeah, he misses this, and Sean Element's right there cleaning up the garbage. Once again, just like how Joe Hickett said, you got to get a greasy goal every once in a while. And
Madden has been doing that way too much.
Yeah.
And I don't like it, like, at all. Like, you can't be doing that. He's lucky Element was right there. I didn't see that at first. I did not see that.
Let the record show.
That's hilarious.
You watch this. You're going to come back to this in April, and I'm going to be a genius on this. Tyler Madden might put up 20 or 25 points this year, and then in the playoffs, he's probably going to lead the Rain in scoring.
That's what happened last year.
That's exactly what happened last year.
Get that clutch gene.
Yeah.
And that would be it. 4-2 the final.
Sweep. Broom season.
The Rain are undefeated in the Caleb Jones era.
Please. With that being said, let's get into the rain weather report brought to you by Precipitation. I have the 100% this week. Give me King Charles Hudon. 2 goals, 3 assists, ended up being a third or in the 3 stars of the game twice this week, and realistically could have ended up there all 3 times. But hey, we'll take it how we want it. Charles Hudon, very good. Stretch pass to Fagimo. The game-winning goal against Calgary. What else is there to say? The offensive output out of him has been ridiculous. He right now, I think, is in contention and in the running for December Player of the Month.
Yeah, he is on a heater. I don't know what his December stats are. If you want to put that up, you can.
I will give them to you momentarily.
But for this week, 2 goals, 3 assists. He scores in the Rangers game, scores the game-winning goal midway through the third period. Sniped Devin Cooley, which is a hard thing to do because Cooley has been, like we said earlier, very good. Second game, He gets an assist and a goal. It was 1-1. Then he gets the assist on the Fagima goal, the tic-tac-toe on the power play. And I guess the empty netter to kind of seal the game, but not really, because then they scored one more empty netter after that. And then he gets the assist on the Teddy Bear toss goal, gets the assist on the Malak goal.
5 goals, 4 assists for 9 points in 7 games for Kid Hud 10.
And they have what?
Ever since
3
that
more games?
Yes. Ever since the Bakersfield game, he's looked stellar. Like, there's no other way to say it. He's not putting up Glenn Gaudin numbers from last month. Regardless, though, Charles Houdon, kind of been the unsung hero of the Ontario Reign these past few weeks. He's definitely shown up offensively, and I'm very happy to see that as well.
Yeah. Unreal. We'll go to 50%. We'll go, I'll go Sean Element.
Okay. Makes sense.
I think he could have gone 100%.
Yeah.
But he's been very good. 2 goals, 1 assist. Hottest element on the periodic table. He's a big reason why the fourth line is what it is. And losing Yamson this week was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
An
Element.
And he stepped up, man. He has really stepped up.
Yeah. The Reign are running that fourth line center position, but like by committee almost. They've been between Lawrence,
Yamson,
Madden, Pinelli. Like they've been between, excuse me. Oh, buddy. They've been between like 3, 4, 5 centers all season.
And after all that, Element has been really the only fourth liner to be kind of
consistently there. Yeah, absolutely.
It just shows you what Sturm thinks about Element, and maybe even what the organization thinks about Element.
Yes, absolutely agree. Sean Element looks very good. Obviously, into the nitty gritty of those plays that we've seen, the Francesco Pinelli goal, winning a battle on the wall. It's big time, and he's showing up big time on the PK. Like he's, I think, been the biggest part of the PK when the Reign run the 2 forwards and 2 defensemen, because they usually do that. He's there.
Yeah,
he looks great too.
Yeah, for sure. No
doubt about it whatsoever. Sean Element this year, 7 goals, 4 assists for 11 points out of the fourth line.
One more thing as well for the 50%. I want to give a quick shout out to Jack Millar.
Yes.
Plus 13 going into this Christmas break.
Oh my gosh.
He has been sneakily one of the better defensive Reign players. I can't remember a time this season where I'm like, oh, like what is he doing, right?
Yeah.
Jack Millar needs his flowers. He really does. He's been really good. He's been consistent. He plays every day, or every game, I should say.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jack Millar, like he's not lining up the score sheet, but he's doing everything right on the ice.
Mm-hmm.
Big reason why the penalty kill
is showing up.
Is what it is, and everything like that. Same with Hickett's.
Yes. However, I am going to point this out because this did happen last Sunday against the Barracuda, or it happened Wednesday against Calgary. I don't remember exactly when. Jack Millar, playing right defense on a penalty kill, fails to get off for a change on a clear. The other 3 guys got off for a change. Dude, switch with Caleb Jones, who's coming onto the ice, and then find a way to get off.
Yeah.
He fails to get off. He gets burned by his guy coming into the zone, and said team scores. I want to say it was the San Jose Barracuda. That's the first time this year I'm like, dude, Millar, you got to do something about that. You got to get off the ice.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, okay, it was next to hard to do, but very, very well could have been done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come up a little bit short on it. It happens.
Yeah, you're right, but I think there's a lot of, at the same time, a lot of factors that go into maybe why him and Jones didn't switch.
Yeah, absolutely.
After all, Jones is an NHL player, and
he would know better.
I wouldn't even say he knows better. There might be stuff that the Kings want him to do, even though that he had to clear waivers and all that.
Absolutely.
I think Jones will be back up with the Kings at some point.
Yeah, 0% Martin Chromiak.
Yeah.
Once again,
is that back-to-back weeks?
I don't think so. I think it's we had Tyra Madden last week. Second time in 3 weeks. 11 skaters got on the board for the Reign. 9 forwards. Martin Chromiak was not one of them. Oy! He's just been struggling all year. I'm telling you, it's going to take 1 goal for him to break out of that, though.
I hope so. He got off to a hot start last year when I first started covering the Reign. Obviously, I say this time and time again, was once a prospect everyone looked at, and now it's kind of the forgotten, prospect in the system. I went on a meeting before the Wranglers game for the Hockey News, and we were talking about article ideas, and one of my editors was like, does Martin Chromiak still play with the Reign? And I was like, oh, like, Jesus. Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. Like, he's not very effective right now. So, I mean, when you look at it, that third line with Pinelli and help me out here. It's Chromiak, Pinelli, and who is it?
They're between Ward and Madden.
It's Ward. Chromiak, Pinelli, Ward. They don't score.
Yeah.
That's almost like the energy line where the fourth line does more than them by far, like far
sad.
more.
That's sad.
And there's two offensive minded players on that line. Chromiak and Pinelli are probably some of the two smoother skating, faster players on the ice, and they can't score, which tells you something.
Yeah, I mean, a better statement to say is that they're having a harder time connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Because breakout passes and outlet passes have been virtually non-existent with this team.
I think
this line specifically.
I can't even say that line because when Pinelli scored, he was playing with Elliman and Doughty.
Yeah, he was on the fourth line. So
no goals this week for them.
I mean, Martin Chromiak and Taylor Ward are going to get the 0% because the third line needs to show up, and this is far from showing up.
Yeah.
Straight up. I'm going to be blunt with this. The Ontario Reign have won 6 in a row, so I'm very happy about that. But however, this needs to be an 18 skater effort, and right now the Reign realistically have a 15 skater effort. Yes, those guys are on the ice and they're doing their stuff. However, you need to produce as a forward line, especially with a guy like Chromiak with a pretty nasty shot.
Yeah.
Pinelli could shoot the puck. Taylor Ward could shoot the puck. Like, you can definitely do it on shootouts, that's for certain. But they just have not showed up whatsoever these past few games.
And at the end of the day, we're just nitpicking. You know, you can't complain much when they go 3-0, 4-0 this week, technically, if you count Sunday against the Barracuda.
Mm-hmm.
And there are the 3 top teams in the division going into this week, which granted,
they're the hottest team in the AHL right now.
This division is probably one of the better divisions.
It's cutthroat.
In the AHL,
is very cutthroat.
You have 7 teams who are within 5, other than the Wranglers who have had the hottest start to a season that you can get.
Yeah.
You have 6 other teams right now that are within
packed.
10 points, I think.
No. 5 points of each other.
So the Barracuda are in second with 34, then Tucson 32, Ontario 32, Colorado 31, Coachella Valley 30,
Abbotsford 29,
and then Bakersfield 26.
That's where the playoffs cuts.
Yeah. And then you have the Goals and the Silver Knights, the Silver Knights are one of the worst teams I've ever seen. And the goals are just bad. So
unfortunately.
It looks like it's going to be like the same. Who missed it was the Barracuda.
The Barracuda. Just trade the Barracuda and the Condors. Trade the Barracuda and the Condors, and it's going to be close to it.
It's going to be a tight division race, man. The Wranglers have hit their first skid of the season. They lost 3 in a row after the Reign game. Let's see what they're doing now. I think they're playing right now. No,
they're playing. Yeah, they're playing against someone. Henderson. End of the second period. 1-0.
Oh, they're going to win that game.
1-0 Henderson.
Oh, I picked Watch by accident. Let's go to Game Center. We'll wrap this up right now. We're hitting a pretty high mark. Let's see. Where's our stats at?
You're going a little farther.
Last 10 games, 7-3-0. So I think they won.
They might have won 7 in a row.
Last game, 5-3 versus Henderson.
Oh, okay.
So after the Reign game, they went to Henderson and won.
Yeah.
Because they lost 3 in a row. They lost 2 to, I think, Manitoba. And then they lost to Ontario.
Whatever it might be, they also did lose to Coachella Valley as well. So
it wasn't Manitoba. I think they lost 2 to Coachella Valley. They lost 2 in a row to Coachella Valley and then 1 to Ontario. I forgot who lost to Manitoba. I could have sworn. No, they beat Manitoba. I think that's what it was.
Okay, yeah. Besides the point, we're kind of rambling now. Next week for the Ontario Reign, Merry Christmas. Take your time off. Nothing Thursday. Friday, the Reign are back in action against the San Diego Gulls at Pechanga Arena. And then Saturday, a chance we might go to this game. I know we said we probably were going this past one, but there's probably a chance this game. This Saturday, they take on the Coachella Valley Firebirds at 6 p.m. With that being said,
I believe it's Teddy Bear Toss too.
It is their Teddy Bear Toss. You are correct, sir. With that being said, that's going to wrap up episode 13 of the Make It Rain podcast. like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We would appreciate it if you do. He's Anthony Collazo from the Hockey News. I'm Joe O'Regan. Merry Christmas, and we will see you in a week. And have a great Monday.
Like, subscribe.